Yay! Welcome to Debz Cooper Facebook Live. Oh, does it look like it's actually starting? I do get a little bit confused, but welcome anyway. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today is an interesting one. I try to actually say that every topic, but today is how to handle cranky people. And I look through the camera because you know who those people are who are cranky. So let me know, give me emoji or to let me know that you're on, or a like, a love, I don't know what it's called. And let me know if you're watching for a replay, if you're watching live, I would love to know, and where you are in the world. So right now I'm currently sitting in the sunny Waikato region, where 10 minutes ago it was very wet. As I was out walking the dogs, I had to have a shower and do this, so I ran out of time to do my hair. As you do, because that's what apparently happens in the Waikato. 1 minute it's sunny, 1 minute it's not. So, how to handle cranky people. This one is really brought about from the last couple of weeks of clients that have come into my world and listening to people around about what's going on. So when I say the word cranky, you know those ones. You know those ones who are cranky and take you to, just fix that, chaotic spaces in your mind. And not only when they're cranky, you are walking on eggshells around them. And when I talk about that, you're tiptoeing, you're careful about what you say or do, but you're actually tiptoeing around trying to wonder what's the next thing. And when I think about this, in my own personal experience, when I'm around cranky people, I find, which is my perception, even my breathing is annoying them. So you know those ones when they're really cranky, and there's definitely different levels of cranky and waiting on them to top over to the next level. But you know those ones, and so even your breathing is annoying them. So there's two versions here. There's the long version and the short version. So clearly I'm going to give you the long version to start with. So when you would like to handle these cranky people, be aware of the following things. You can offer to help, but it may be declined. So your heart is saying, I want to help you, but they may go, you have no heart, I don't want to hear it. So you actually, you want to help, but it may be declined. So you can offer to help. You can say, I'd love to help you with this. Is there anything I can do? But when you say it, you must speak it from the heart. Generally, be prepared for anything that comes back at you, because sometimes we say, I want to help. What do you want me to do? Is very different to, I'd love to help you here. Is there anything you'd like me to do or help you with? What can I say or do right now? Because then you're making them take ownership of, you're here, you'd like to help, what can you do? But it may be declined, negated, it may turn on you. You may get shot, well, you're the reason. They may come with full frontal anything, but you are generally saying it from the heart. When they say it, because they will say something, or their actions or body language will do something, so don't take it personally. They are, I call it shooting the arrow. Don't take it personally. They're shooting the arrow. What they say or what they mean at that moment is not necessarily what they say or mean the rest of the time. Just right now, they're shooting that arrow and they want it to stick to you. When someone's cranky around you, don't react. And don't throw your toys out of the cot. Don't react. Just stay present and poised. Because you know if one's attacking and one reacts, you know what happens? You know that. We all know that. So as I say these things, these are logical, but we seem to forget when we're in that chaotic mind. So don't react, because I can assure you it will not help the situation at all. In fact, I give you my word, it will not help. It will not help at all. At all, at all. Don't do it. When you're talking to them, this is about, don't expect them to hear your voice. Don't expect them to hear your side of it. Don't expect them to hear anything you're saying at this time about this situation. Don't expect it. You are looking for unrealistic expectations that they're going to listen to you and they're going to reason with you and they're going to talk it all out. Don't bother. Because when someone's cranky, trying to say things to them is just like sandpaper against your skin. Or even what does the teachers used to do with the claws on the nails on the chalkboard. So don't expect them to hear your voice at this time, but also at any time. So 10 minutes down the track, an hour down the track, you might want to bring it up again. Don't expect them to hear your voice, because right now they're in their cranky bubble that they're sitting in. The other thing is, don't ask for explanations or reasoning or why. Don't ask. Just don't ask. And there's a lot of don'ts here. Okay, this is a long version of how to handle cranky people. Don't. Don't ask for reasoning or expectations, because if you ask them to reason, what they say can be shooting that arrow, which is what we don't want to take personally, which is not necessarily what they mean at that moment. They may mean it, but 30 seconds later when they hear it, they may not mean it, and they may realize that wasn't the best thing to say at the time. So don't ask for a reason, don't ask for explanations, don't. Listen to what they say. If they want, listen. Just take it. Just take it, whatever it is, listen to what they say, if you're obviously in a safe environment, but you have to do it with no judgment. So you have to listen to them. Don't take it personally. Just listen to what they say. If they're cranky about you, if they're cranky about other people, if they're cranky about life or anything, just listen, but don't have any judgment and zip it. Okay? This is not the time to ask them to do things around the house or the business. Do not go when they're in this space. Do not go, well, actually, I need you to do the dishes, or you need to fix that thing in the garage, or you need to do this, or, well, while you're sitting there sulking doing nothing, can you go do this? No. Don't ask them to do those things that are on your long list of things to do or anything. And don't even ask them, when we ask them to do things, don't even ask them about something. So if you're in a business situation, you've got a cranky boss, now's not the time clearly to ask for a pay rise. Now's not the time to ask, had they done that message to the client, and where's this at? Now is not the time to ask them anything, really. Anything to take them out of that bubble. No. Don't yourself shoot the arrow. They shoot the arrow at you. Don't you start coming back. Well, you did this and this and this. You did this and this and this. And previously you've done this. And I remember last week you did this, this and this. Shooting the arrow is just going to be a disaster. If I was to put it nicely, it's going to be a disaster, because you're going to shoot the arrow. You're never going to get the bullseye. You're never going to get it. It's going to be a hit and miss. And if you find you're going to get a hit and miss, you're going to find different ways to keep hitting until they get the message through. That is not healthy for anyone. Okay, so don't shoot the arrow yourself. And when I say don't shoot the arrow, this is one that I love, is don't bring it up. No matter how peeved off you are, do not bring it up. Again, do not bring it up. Do not bring it up. Do not bring it up. 5 minutes later, go, so are you still cranky? 10 minutes later, oh, here's your coffee, cranky. I'm just going to go outside, cranky. So don't bring it up. Like, unless you want to cause massive eruptions in your world with them and you, sure, do all these things. Do all these things that I'm saying don't do. If that's what you like, if you'd like to poke the bear and blow it up, go for it. but don't bring it up. Don't. And when I say that, I also mean don't, like, forget it. Don't hold it against them. Don't in 3 years' time say, remember the time you did this, this, and this, unless it's in a joking situation and they're the ones who have joked about it. Don't bring it up and say, remember the time 3 years ago we were sitting at my mother-in-law's house and you said this, da, da, da. Don't bring it up. And you were cranky because you stubbed your toe and then you were moody all day and blah, blah, blah. Don't bring it up. Have the respect and let it go. Have the respect for them, you, anyone else around in your vicinity, anyone. Let it go. Forget it. Poof, done. So when I say that, I say walk away. And you have to walk away mentally, because this will drive you insane. So when I talk about this happening, if you let it fester and fester and fester in your mind, it's going to become a challenge. It's going to come more and more and more of a bigger issue for you. So they say their piece. They may keep trying to poke the bear. If you walk away mentally from it, you're not going to be emotionally challenged. So when they poke the bear, they're just going to get blunt. But if they're poking the bear and you're ready to attack, it's just going to be poke on poke. So when I say walk away mentally, be grateful for it. Be grateful that they're cranky and that you can go away and do something else, that you can go into your office and do something, or you can connect with a client, or you can go and talk to HR about something else that's happening in the workforce. So you have to walk away mentally from this. Not only mentally, but I'm also encouraging you to walk away physically. And the reason for that is because I know at the start when I talked about walking on eggshells, I talked about even your breathing is annoying them. Sometimes your presence of being in their space is enough to flare things up again. So you're wiser to not only walk away mentally, but actually walk away physically, so that you don't have to see them, you don't have to take part of their energy, because you know when you sit next to somebody and they're cranky, you can feel their energy and it starts getting into you, and it starts getting into you that you start taking on emotional baggage yourself and you start feeling uncomfortable. So walk away physically and go do something. And I'm not talking about go away and read a book, because you're clearly not going to be able to take in that contents of that book. But go away and, do something. Do something physical that makes you think, with your hands and your brain as well. So get everything moving. So walk away mentally and physically. Now, that's the things that I say is how to handle cranky people. If that has resonated with you, let me know. If there's things on here you would like to add, then put them in the comments. I would love to know. But there's a short version of how to handle cranky people. Okay, and so the short version of how to handle cranky people is you don't do anything. You don't. So how to handle cranky people? You don't. You know that it's their issue. You know that it's their issue, their stuff, their emotion. It's theirs. It's theirs to deal with. It's theirs to breathe. It's theirs to breathe in, to breathe out, to deal with. It's theirs. It's their issue that they have created in their mind and in their physical world that is going on, and that is why they are cranky. So short version is you don't do anything about it. It's their issue. You make them be accountable to it. There's nothing more sexier than someone being accountable to what's going on in their world. Then the third thing about the short version is you walk away. You walk away. Now, I'm not talking about you walk away from your relationship, you walk away from everything. You actually just walk away physically and mentally to it. So the short version is you don't do anything with their crankiness. You don't. You know that it's their issue and it's up to them to take accountability or not. And then you walk away mentally and physically. That's it. There's no pressure on you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to fix anyone. You just are, and you just live, and you go and do something that's inspiring for you. So that is today's message of how to handle cranky people. If you have any questions, let me know. I think next week I might talk about what if I'm cranky, what do I do? If you'd like me to talk about how to handle you, if you're the cranky one, what do you do around you? Let me know, and I can bring that in one next week. Other than that, if you've got anything else you'd love me to cover, let me know, or I'll see you next Friday on how to handle cranky people. Short version, you don't. Short version is you don't, it's their issue, and you walk away. So that's it. Over and out from debzcooper.com. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next week, same time, same place. Well, maybe not same place. Okay, see you later.